Section B. Answer any 3 questions. 11A. A group of Standard 8 pupils are on an educational tour of the National Assembly. Mr. Kaye, the clerical officer in the National Assembly, has been directed to explain to them the functions of the Speaker of the National Assembly. Highlight 5 such functions. 10 marks. The functions of the Speaker of the National Assembly include presiding over sessions in the National Assembly, regulating and maintaining order during meetings in the Assembly, deciding on points of order or procedure in the Assembly, representing the National Assembly in its relations with the President and other authorities, certifying bills that have been passed by the National Assembly. 11B. Susan has been deployed to the Interim Independent Electoral Commission of Kenya (IEC) as a polling clerk during a by-election. Highlight 5 tasks she is likely to perform during the assignment. 10 marks. 5 tasks that Susan is likely to perform during her assignment as a polling clerk include registering voters upon their arrival at the polling station, issuing ballot papers to the registered voters, checking and verifying voters' credentials, guiding voters on the voting process, counting votes after the polling exercise is completed. 12A. Mrs. Fire is a clerical officer in the District Electoral Coordinator Office. A prospective candidate comes to her for information on the qualifications required for one to be nominated for election as a President of Kenya. Explain 5 such qualifications. 10 marks. 5 qualifications required for one to be nominated for election as a President of Kenya include: must be a Kenyan citizen by birth, should be qualified to be elected as a member of parliament, must be a member of a political party, must be nominated by a political party or be an independent candidate, should be of sound mind and not have been declared bankrupt. 12B. As a clerical officer attached to the Human Resource section of a ministry job, a newly recruited driver has approached you for information regarding discipline in the civil service. Outline 5 disciplinary measures that are likely to be taken by the Public Service Commission of Kenya against any civil servant who contravenes the Civil Service Code of Regulations. 10 marks. 5 disciplinary measures that are likely to be taken by the Public Service Commission of Kenya against any civil servant who contravenes the Civil Service Code of Regulations include issuance of a warning, withholding of salary increments, demotion to a lower grade, suspension from service, termination of employment. 13A. Highlight 5 features of a state corporation. 10 marks. 5 features of a state corporation include: it is established by an Act of Parliament. The government has the majority shareholding. It is managed by a board of directors. It has its own specific functions and objectives. It receives funding directly from the government. 13B. Explain 5 powers that are exercised by the Kodi courts in Kenya. 10 marks. 5 powers that are exercised by the Kodi's courts in Kenya include: jurisdiction to determine cases relating to personal status, marriage, divorce, and inheritance in accordance with Muslim law. Make orders and deliver judgments in line with Islamic law. Determine disputes between people who profess the Islamic faith. 14A. Outline 5 ways in which a parent ministry may exercise financial control over a state corporation. 10 marks. 5 ways a parent ministry may exercise financial control over a state corporation include: approval of annual budgets, monitoring and evaluation of financial performance, setting financial policies and operational guidelines, approval of major capital expenditure.